Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All praises, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekakadash. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai being the name of His only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. And we're going to get into talking about these tariffs that Trump is passing or dealing with, and it shows you the mind of the deceiver and the deception that these people play. So when you go into it, here, and let me go to my one without the face on it. It says, when the U.S. imposes tariffs on imports, businesses in the United States directly pay. So he holding up this chart and he's saying, oh, I'm raising taxes and tariffs on all these countries. He holding up a sign on the countries and say, well, this country and that country and this country. Like he charging the countries, raising the taxes on the countries. He's not raising the taxes on the countries. See? He's raising the taxes on the businesses in America. He's saying you businesses he should have a list of businesses in America and saying I'm raising taxes on you. But he not coming directly to what he talking about. See? He's speaking indirectly. And he's not even speaking indirectly, man. He trying to act like he raising the taxes on the other countries. They've been robbing us for all these years. I'm the only president that'll do it. You see, straight deception and a straight lie. It says businesses in the United States directly pay import taxes to the U.S. government on their purchases from abroad. That tells the whole situation. You really don't got to read the whole article. It says the economic burden of tariffs, however, could fall on others besides the U.S. businesses directly paying the tax. Okay, so it could fall on these foreign businesses, but these people ain't forced to. See, they could raise they they could lower their prices. They could lower their prices, and that's a if. But what's a guarantee is that these businesses in the United States gonna get the tariff, gonna get the tax raise. That's a guarantee. See, it ain't a guarantee that this country gonna say these other countries that's selling their products got to worry about anything. They can keep their prices the same. You see? So this is the deception that these people be playing, man. And let's get that straight out of the scriptures. We know who this place is because it tells you exactly who these people. Let's see. I want to get the scriptures. Okay, so now you jump into who this Babylon the Great is. First of all, let's get that. Who is dealing with the merchants of the earth? It's this great city that the issue is all about the merchants and the merchandise. It says, verse 10, it says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city. So it's great and it's mighty. Mighty goes into power, military might. You see, the military industrial complex. Then great as they got riches in a global dollar, global currency. They the empire, American empire. See, but you can still describe it as a great city where you have citizens So in this situation, it says, verse 11, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise any more. Okay, so now nobody's buying the merchandise of the other people because what? He done raised the tariffs. He done raised the taxes on the individuals that's in America, so they don't even want to buy these other countries' products because he done raised the taxes up on the American businesses. See, the American businesses ain't finna buy these other people because look at what verse 3 said. It say, for all nations have drunk the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundances of her delicacies. See, because the Americans was buying their products and selling it to these Negroes, selling it to these Hispanics. See, they was having major businesses over here in Babylon where they can make deals with the other nation. But now he raising the taxes on the American businesses, where the American businesses don't want to buy the products of the other nation. But it say, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. And this is talking about when America is totally destroyed, but it shows you the situation that America was in. It was in a situation where people was buying their products. They was utilizing their products, and they was getting rich right along with the Americans. Okay, look at verse 17. It says, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. Now 13 it named everything, but the significant part of 13, it says slaves and souls of men. America has the slaves. See, there's no slaves in these. It's not a significant amount of slaves in these other countries, man. They don't have a major slave class because all of them people are the same people. Here in America, in the 10 horns, see, the 10 kingdoms of these Edomites, the so-called white men, they the one got these slaves in their countries. But all these goods that's being sold, man, it's in America. They gonna be stopped being sold. Look at verse 17 to get to the point forward. In 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught. See, it's one period of time. What did Trump say? He say, "Oh, this is the only chance we got. The next president ain't gonna do what I'm doing. See, this is the only chance we got to deal with this tariff problem with these American businesses making all this money." And the government not making no money. Because see, now you got to pay the government if you want a business. And now these big corporations can come in and take over these businesses and they'll pay the government whatever. So now it could be a government-ran operation. It says, for 1 hour, so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors, as many as trade by sea, stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? Babylon the great, America. No city is like it. No other city in 1944 told the whole world, give me your gold, we gonna give you the money right back if you want it. The exact amount you gave us, we gonna give you. Just give us your gold. We're gonna start an IMF, International Monetary Fund, and all the countries of the world come and trade here in Babylon the Great, America. See, now you can't say that for no other city, because it's asking a specific question. What city is like unto this great city? Because he knew that these liars like Trump doing, see, like these Edomites is telling Trump to do. You can't lie on this book and on this scenario. So, okay, so let's see here. Another situation. You got let's match that up with Ezekiel, because you got to go precept upon precept. It's in prophecy. John ain't the only person bringing this up. It was already in prophecy. This Ezekiel 17, it says, to get the context, verse 2, Son of man, put forth a riddle and speak a parable unto the house of Israel. The house of Israel is going to understand this parable. Not every Bible reader and a so-called Christian running their mouth. Verse 3, and say, thus says the Lord God, a great eagle with great wings, long-winged, full of feathers, which had diverse colors, came to Lebanon to take the highest branch of the cedar. He cropped off the top of his young tweeds. Now this branch and this Lebanon came to Lebanon and took the branch of the cedar. The cedar tree is the house of Israel. From this cedar tree, what did it take off? It took off the young tweeds. The young tweeds from this crop of cedars, Israelites, they took the 18-year-old boys, and what did they do to them? And carried it to the land of traffic, and he set it in a city of merchants. So the 18-year-old boys that was doing most of the work, right along with the women, the young Israelites, they was brought here on ships, and this became the great land of traffic and merchandise, Babylon the Great America. You see, this is what this place is, the city, the great city of merchants. And so this is how the Lord is destroying this place. Is making it to where the merchants can't sell their merchandise anymore. This is what brought the great city down. See, not being able to sell the merchandise caused the place, the great riches of the place, to come to naught in so quick of a time. You see, this was the destruction. Now, when the destruction happened, it's going to be obvious then, but even before the destruction, this is what caused the destruction. Now, let's get another one in Zephaniah. Because Zephaniah is going to make it plain for you that the merchants is what caused the place to fall. Okay, let me find my Zephaniah. I'm right here, but I'm running away from it. Okay, this 10, Zephaniah 1 and 10, it says, in verse 9, it says, this is the punishment of the Lord. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day, says the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate. The fish gate is where they sold things, like a marketplace. And then howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. Hills, it means countries. Howl ye inhabitants of Mektesh, for all the merchant people are cut down. Mektesh is the big city that they selling this merchandise. For all the merchandise people are cut down, and all they that bear silver are cut off. Okay, so this is how the crashing is gonna happen. The great crashing is gonna happen, and crashing just is a great destruction. The great destruction of this marketplace, of this city of merchandise, is gonna be destroyed because the merchants are cut down, and the people that bear money is cut off, because they're not gonna spend no money on these darn tariffs. They're not gonna spend no money on products that they can't make a profit off of. It's all about the supply and demand. And the customer definitely ain't gonna pay the price. Say the businesses in America and the foreign businesses make a deal. We gonna raise the prices and let the customer bear the cost. It's not gonna happen. They're not gonna buy it. See, it's just gonna trickle down to the average person that's buying the product, and they're not gonna buy the product. Nobody is buying our products anymore. The city, great city, is destroyed. And these people that was making money with America, they not gonna make no money. The businesses in America not gonna make no money. And the customer, it's a trickle down effect. And so this is what the scriptures is talking about. In verse 18, get right to the point. What it's all gonna boil down to. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath. See, it ain't gonna be about what kind of money you got, because he gonna destroy it from the top to the bottom. But the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. If you in Babylon the Great America, he is gonna let you feel that fire and that wrath that he's coming with. And so this is all Bible prophecy, man. And you can't trust a liar. See, and this is what King David was talking about. Now that and Ezekiel showed you who Babylon the Great was. It was gonna be this great eagle. Who is this great eagle? See, the great eagle. Let's get it in Lamentation. It says, Lamentation 4 and what is it? Is it 18? Yeah, 4 and 19. It says, our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. So it's giving you a description of this nation. It's calling it like swift eagles of the heaven. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. Okay, that's one. Let's get another one. Deuteronomy 28 and 49. It said, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies. Okay, so he was going to bring a nation to put that cedar tree into captivity and create a mighty nation, which is Babylon the Great America. Okay, so now that's connecting this nation to the eagle. Then we get the cream of the crop, Obadiah verse 4 say, though thou hast exalted thyself as the eagle. See, that's three witnesses right there, letting it be known that the eagle is talking about Edom. Edom is the one that put the Israelites in captivity. And let's get real quick, Amos chapter 1. It says, verse 6, it says, the whole captivity of the Israelites was delivered up to Edom. Verse 9, because they delivered up the whole captivity to Edom. So Edom is the one that took the Israelites into captivity, and they is that great eagle. In Ezekiel, now Ezekiel got another, second Esdras connect that eagle to that fourth kingdom in Daniel. That fourth ruling kingdom in Daniel. What does it say? It says, just like Ezekiel, it was a 12 feathered wings. This eagle came out of the sea. Okay, verse 5, it says, the eagle flew with her feathers and rained upon the earth. Rained over them that dwelt in the earth. What that Babylon the Great said, rained over the kings of the earth. That great city in Revelation, reigned over the kings of the earth. Then in 40, it says the fourth came, talking about the fourth kingdom, and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth with much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. See, he's telling a bunch of lies, man. He's lying to the people nonstop. And most people know a politician ain't nothing but a liar. A preacher, a politician, and a pimp is just a bunch of liars, man. Now when you go into there's one more I want to connect with that one. The eagle, the fourth kingdom. Oh yeah. The nation of Edom. Let's get King David. King David put a name on it to show you who's going to be the great liar. It says, this nation of Edom been harassing the Israelites the whole time. It says, some of David, when Doeg the Edomite came and told Saul, a bold-faced lie. King David in verse 3 to get to the point, thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than to speak righteousness. Thou love all devouring words, O thou deceitful tongue. See, these folks, Edomites, love to tell a bold-faced lie. This is what Trump is doing, talking about he got a list of foreign countries and he taxing them. You ain't taxing none of the foreign countries. You taxing American businesses, and you on TV telling people you taxing other countries. But verse 3, it says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. He's still talking about these Edomites. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the death adder that stoppeth the ear. See, this is who he's talking about. These freaking Edomites who now is ruling the world with the fourth kingdom in Babylon the Great America, the so-called white man. See, and it's certified fact. When you look at the UN, the United Nations, they got the 4 veto powers. Out of 5 of them, they got 4. America, Russia, the UK, and France. They running all the nations. The General Assembly ain't got no power. The people that got power is these Edomites who got 4 of the 5 veto power. See, they the ones that's ruling the world in the fourth kingdom, and they telling a bunch of lies. It ain't no United Nations is the seat of Satan and all this. Yeah, because the Edomites is running it. That's why it's the seat of Satan. The red dragon, because the red Edomite. Edom means red, man. Red people that you can see the blood through their skin because they got albinism and leprosy. And so you can clearly see the lies of these Edomites. He taxing the whole world when he taxing up the businesses in America. But I'm going to leave it there. All praises to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem and Kakadash. Double honors to the elders pushing the truth. Peace of the elect worldwide.